It dropped it for some reason, but I started it back up again. Hopefully it'll be up now.
Okay, alrighty, thank you, Wes.
I appreciate that, Harold. I wasn't paying attention to it, and it had turned red on me, so I'm not sure exactly what went on there, but hopefully it's picking up the stream now. So, anyway, if there aren't any other announcements, I guess we'll move on into some check-ins. We've got a few early check-ins and a few NetLogger check-ins. Let's start out with, I know we got a couple of mobiles here. Let's go with N0MLP. Marvin, how are you doing tonight?
Wes, we're doing pretty good. I just got a belly full of tacos down at Cubs, and I couldn't ask for a better meal. And hanging out with good friends and just having a good time. So headed back to the house now, and we're about to come into Mount Vernon up here. Appreciate you doing the net, Wes. Sounding really good. Of course, you ought to be sounding good, no further than I am away from the repeater. But yeah, glad to be able to get on here and check in. So anxious to hear who all is going to be on here tonight. And with that, I'll say 73 and send it back to you, Wes, and 0MLP.
All right, Marvin. I'm glad you enjoyed the tacos over there. They were pretty good last week when I was over there. So I'll have to get back over there sometime and meet you guys up again. So appreciate you checking in. And let's move on down to another occupant in your vehicle, KF0HHH. Kathy, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Next time you're there, you need to try the queso dip. It's really good.
All right. Sounds like a plan to me. I like some cheesy food, that's for sure. So I'll tell you what, I normally do the soft tacos, and they were good, but those crunchy tacos looked awful good, too. I might try them next time, too. So there's all kinds of things to explore, for sure.
Well, you can always try like Harriet does. She takes the soft taco shells and wrap it around the hard shell and eat it that way.
Yeah, that sounds like it would work, too. Yeah. So that Harriet's pretty sharp usually, you know.
Yes, she is. Well, I know you got a lot more checking in to do, so I'm going to 73 you. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Well, while I got you there, is Marjorie with you too?
This is KF0HHD, Marjorie Mobile in Mount Vernon.
Well, hello, Marjorie. I figured I might as well grab you while we were in the car with you there. Did you enjoy your taco dinner tonight?
Actually, it was better than last week, so you should have been there.
Yeah, I had some stuff going on. We're trying to get things done around here. I'm trying to get new flooring down out here in my radio room, which is also my sunroom. And I'll tell you what, we've been trying to get things cleared out and ready for floor to go down. We got to do some prep work on the subfloor and stuff too. And they have been stirring up the dust, I'm telling you. My sinuses was bad yesterday, but I think they were worse this morning when I woke up. I took some sinus medicine and got to feeling a little bit better, but then they kind of kicked back up, and I took some about an hour before the net. Hopefully it'll get me through the net at least. I'll start having a sneezing fit in the middle of it.
Well, that sinuses will really get you on you bad.
Yeah, I have a terrible time with dust. It just it goes right into me, and I'm telling you, it just drives me crazy. My sinuses run like crazy, and I sneeze for a week, it seems like. And when we were out there at the lake, you know, it was so windy and dusty and all, and I was miserable all that next week afterwards. But appreciate you checking in tonight, Marjorie. It was good to hear from you. I'm glad you had a good time on Taco Tuesday. And so I'm going to move on down Next on our list, we've got KE6GAE. Dave, how are you doing tonight? KE6GAE. Dave, are you on tonight?
A0OC, am I getting into the net?
You did that time.
All right, Wes. Well, I don't have a whole lot for the net tonight. I was actually running a test because I've been getting complaints, been causing interference on the 4.9 on other repeaters, so got my HT hooked up to my antenna to see if it does the same thing. All right, that's all I've got for the net tonight. Thanks for running the net, Wes. And we'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave. I don't think that's an issue with your radio. I think that is an issue with the 4.9 repeater, to be honest with you. I've heard different reports of them having issues with other people bleeding into them, too. So I don't think that has anything to do with you.
That's part of why I was testing, because if it's happening with every radio, it is not on my end. So that's what I was doing. That's why I even used the HT tonight, only 5 watts going out through that antenna. So we'll see. I'll go back and listen to the archives here in a little bit. All right, Wes, back to net control. KE6GAE.
All right, Dave. Thanks for checking in tonight, and I will talk to you soon, I hope. So hopefully see you at the meeting. I was going to ask that, too. Are you planning on being at the meeting on Saturday, or are you going to be going to Nixa?
No, actually, I was planning on being at the meeting, but I forgot about granddaughter's dance recital. So that's where I'll actually be. I'll be up in St. Roberts watching my granddaughter in her dance recital.
Oh, absolutely. That trumps both radio clubs for sure. So enjoy that. Enjoy the time with the granddaughter. That's always fun. All right. Appreciate you checking in tonight. And we'll say 73 and move on down to KF0LZX. Greg, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good this evening, Wes. I'm lucky I squeaked in just in time to get on. I kind of disappointed I missed out on tacos. Had a customer down in Rogers call about 3:45, so I had to make a quick run down there and fix a piece of equipment, but that's pretty much it. Got back, made it on, log on to the net tonight, and that's about all I got. I really appreciate you hosting the net for everybody, and 73, this is KF0LZX.
All right, Greg. Well, we appreciate you checking in tonight, and I want you to know that we're all wishing you well for Friday. So we're also will be looking forward to hearing back from you to find out how it went and that everything went okay. So appreciate you checking in tonight, and we will say 73 and move on down to KE0MAD. Sean, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing pretty good, Wes. And hello to everybody on the net. Not a whole lot here, just glad I'm home from work. Got off a little early today because I had to pick Brenly up from school, so I got to have somewhat of an early day. Boy, I've been glad to see the sun out for the last couple days. I thought it was supposed to be nasty dreary all the last couple days, but it's been pretty nice other than just being kind of hot. But anyway, I'm going to go hopefully try and do a Parks on the Air deal either Friday or this weekend if the weather clears up. I need to redeem myself from the last one, from the failed hardware. Anyway, thanks for doing the net, and 73s, this is K0MAD.
Yeah, it's too bad you weren't in your regular truck. You could have just used the screwdriver antenna and done that activation. But that wasn't really an option for you there. And as far as the weather this weekend goes, I don't know. I was trying to make some plans for Sunday, and I looked on the computer, and it said, that it was supposed to be like 79, mostly sunny, not supposed to be raining. Sounded like a pretty good plan. Looked on my phone, same day, same location. It's 74 degrees and a 70% chance of rain. So they can't even make their minds up at the same time which one they are thinking it's going to be.
Yeah, I know it. I made 15 contacts over there, but it was just not what I'm used to. I'm used to like 50 contacts. So anyway, all right, Wes, thanks for doing the net. Back to net control. This is K0M80.
All right, Sean. Thanks for being on there tonight, and we'll catch up with you soon. Hope that you get a chance to do an activation over the weekend. Let's move on down to KE0 NHL. Heather, how are you doing tonight?
KE0 seeing the net. This is KE0 NHL. Good evening to you and everybody on the net this evening. Actually doing pretty good. Having a little bit of issues with my back. I've got a muscle that's kind of tightened up back here, and it's making it hurt really bad. But other than that, not too bad. I ended up going out to the store today to get some stuff, and Scout went with me. And I got the oil changed in the car, so that's set for right now. And then the next thing will be to take it up to Rick's in Springfield to see what really needs to be done with it, to see about the check engine light and things like that. So don't have anything arranged for that as of yet, but that'll be the next thing in the process of it. Ended up getting a contact out of Puerto Rico yesterday on 10, and then I got North Carolina this morning on 10. So 10's kind of coming up a little bit. It's still kind of iffy for the most part, but looks like it is coming up different times during the day.
Yeah, I saw the radio flux was up there looking like it was in the good range, so there's probably some good times that you could get on 10, I would think. Probably right around late morning, midday, and then probably right around sunset would be pretty good times, I would think. But it's kind of sporadic. It's hard to say. You might find different times that it works for you. But you mentioned something about the dog going with you. I was that made me think that earlier today I went into town, and a friend of mine has some Boston Terrier pups, and she had 2 litters of pups and wanted me to help her give shots. 9 puppies. Felt like a veterinarian today, I'm telling you.
Yeah, Scout's the only one that really likes to ride in the car. Both of them are capable of getting up in the car, but shoot, it is so hard to even get Midnight to the door and to get her in the door. And most of the time when I take Scout with me, I take her on the leash and load her up that way. But I didn't do that this time. Of course, I had the big door closed when I loaded her up, and just opened the door and she climbed in the back. So she likes to go, and I like to take her out when I get the opportunity to. We haven't had a ride in a while, so do that every once in a while with her, because she does like doing that.
Yeah, I like to take Lily with me when I'm not going to be in any place for very long and don't have to worry about her getting hot or cold or whatever. But I took Gus with me. It's been, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And I thought, I had him and Lily both in the car. I thought, no problem. They'll both just chill out while I run in real quick. My son was in the car. And I'm telling you what, as soon as that door opened, he bounded out and he took off running in circles around the parking lot. I'm like, never again. If he goes with me, he's having a leash on. That's not going to happen. He's going to have a leash while he's in the car.
Oh yeah, definitely, and you don't want them trying to get away from you in a strange area too. It's one thing to have them loose there at the house, but when they're out in a strange area, it's kind of hard to get them wrangled back in the car.
Yeah, and it's a busy parking lot, and I was right next door to Come and Go. If he ran over in their parking lot, they're really busy. And so I was scared to death he was going to get hit. So, not happening again. He done blew that chance. But appreciate you checking in tonight, Heather. And I'm going to say 73, and we'll move on down to K0SQS. Harold, how are you doing tonight?
K0OC and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Oh, just sitting here chuckling, listening to Heather's story about, and yours as well, with the dogs running around. I understand that. Hey, looking at the radar, looks like the storm that's coming down from Kansas is about at the Joplin area. So probably be in our area by around 8 o'clock or 8:15. Looks like it's moving fairly fast. Looks like it's falling apart a little bit, which is what KY3 said it would do. If you can believe Ron Hurst and the rest of the gang up there, they don't seem like they have a best track record these days. Anyway, appreciate you running the net. Good to hear everybody, and nothing else going on except sitting around waiting to see a little bit of rain. We need it. K0SQS, back to you, Wes.
All right, Harold. Yeah, I heard a little bit of thunder earlier, and we got some rain here earlier, but not a whole lot. It was kind of one of those things that just developed right over the top of us. But I don't know. Skywarn's been blowing up my phone on the chat, so I would say that they're expecting something to be coming through at some point. I know that the better chances we had tonight were like between 11 o'clock tonight and 1 o'clock in the morning, so that may be when we get another batch come through. I'm not sure.
It looks like this batch coming through, it's moving fairly fast, and it still looks pretty potent. There's a lot of yellows in there. Anyway, we'll see. Like I say, we definitely need the rain. Anyway, 73 West, take care. 70 K0SQS.
All right. Yes, any rain to be welcome. All right, Harold, thank you for checking in tonight. Appreciate you being there. And that puts us down at the bottom of the list. Do I have any over-the-air check-ins for the OARS net?
C0COR mobile.
Joplin.
C0COR mobile. W0ZAC.
KF0HOD.
All right, I got 4 of you in there, and I think I had a double. I don't know if the double may have came back a second time. So I got Bob. I got both Bobs and both Zachs, I should say. So if there's anybody else other than those 4, go ahead and give me your call.
Kilo Echo Zero, Zulu X-Ray Lima, Miles in Marionville on a portable.
Whiskey Echo Zero Victor, WE0V, Elaine in Northeast Joplin.
All right, let's move up to the top of that list and go with KA0RM. Bob, go ahead.
A0C, A0M. Good evening, here. I just found out that the sideband net's been canceled because of storms. There at 8 o'clock, so they won't be doing that no more. Yeah, we had a nice time. You heard about the tacos. We had a nice time over there at Monette. Hopefully we can grow that. Like I was telling Marvin, you know, we get 15, 20 people over there every week. It'd be nice. Had a good crowd there in that north room, or south room, I should say, all by ourselves there pretty much. And enjoyed it there. That's always good. So I guess that's about it here. And I'm going to try to get out there and plant some more sunflowers before night comes here, and maybe get a little shower there. Mom's out watering the garden there now, tomatoes and peppers, I know that. So we'll talk to you later there, Wes. Missed you from being over there too. I know you was hung up, and Greg, he got hung up too there. So, but Greg, them tacos are good. K0M, catch you later.
All right, Bob. Thanks for checking in tonight. And I'm sure that the tacos were good. I'm glad you guys had a good time. It was 73, and let's move down to KD0COR. Zach, how are you doing tonight?
Well, hello, Wes, and everybody on the net there. This is KD0COR Zach here, Mobile 174 Highway. Coming back from Springfield there and into Mount Vernon. I stopped off here at the fire station, station number 2. I had some maintenance I had to do here for the department, and I was watching this storm roll in. This storm's been kind of chasing me from kind of behind the Billings area there, so it looks like it's starting to move in my way now. A little bit of cloud-to-ground lightning and just probably some rain, hopefully. So anyway, I don't have a whole lot for the net, and I hope I'm making it into the net okay. I'm over here by Chesapeake. I heard you start the net over by Billings, and you were pretty much full quieting in there, Wes, all the way through till I pulled in here to the station. So repeater's sounding good. I don't really have anything much for the net other than, Bob, I am going to talk to the guy here this week. I got his number about the arena there, and we'll see about that, maybe to see what we could do for the, maybe putting together the tailgater there. Anyway, talk to you guys later. I'll say 73 for now, and it was good to talk to you guys. This is KD0COR Zach, and I'll be off the side here.
All right, Zach, thanks for checking in. And yeah, you were full quieting in, so doing good from there at Chesapeake. Appreciate you checking in, and we'll say 73 and move on down to KF0HOD. Bob, how are you doing?
AE0OC from KF0HOD, portable short-time battery. This should hold out for a bit. I am doing well, thank you. How's the signal?
You're coming in just fine. Just like normal, got a little bit of scratch on it, but that's normal for an HT.
Roger that. Been working on trying to find dead zones and sweet spots on the property here. And fortunately, I am portable recliner status right now, and it's working as long as I hold it right. And was having some difficulty earlier with Bob. I was out in the backyard, and I just couldn't get a signal through for anything. So I'll be happy when I get the mobile connected into the base and get the antennas in permanently instead of just hanging off. Have a couple of buddies coming over, Bob and folks. Friday, hopefully, we'll get a wire up for HF. I'm looking forward to the DOD crossband test coming up Saturday. If people haven't done that, it's a lot of fun to try and work military stations in upper sideband and crossband test. You get a nice QSL card out of them, or all coming from the DOD. So it's fun to try and work the Pentagon or Andrews or even NORAD, whatever you can do. Good time. So everybody should look that up. I am looking forward to getting things more permanent. So back to you, Wes. AE0OC from KF0, HOD Portable.
All right, Bob. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And I hope the weather cooperates with you on Friday for getting wire up in the air. I don't know. There's a chance of rain and storms, it seems like, every day of the week coming up. So, but appreciate you checking in. And I'll say 73 and move on down. W0ZAC. Zach, how are you doing?
Good evening, Wes, and everyone on the net. Doing good here. Had a big day. Gavin had his, what do they call it? I'm going to call it track day, but it's not track day because they're in kindergarten. Sort of a field day. All the kindergartners come out and parents come watch them. Basically play games that they would play in PE outside on the playground. So they had four stations set up, and they went through and played different games, you know, tug of war and things like that. It was a fun time. Watch the little kids get outside and compete a little bit. That was fun. Weather was nice. It was nice and dry. Had a little breeze out there to cool things down a bit. And now I'm sitting at the desk playing with a new multimeter that Amazon kindly delivered to me today. So that's about all from here. W0ZAC. I'll pass it back to Net.
All right, Zach, I got to ask, what kind of multimeter did you get?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese jobber. It's called a Kaiweets. I think these were popular about a year ago, but it's a Kaiweets model KM601. They call it a smart digital multimeter. The smart thing is you can measure voltage and resistance without having to change any measurements, AC, DC voltage, or resistance. You don't have to change the setting. You just touch the probes to whatever you're testing, and it figures out what it's supposed to test. And of course, you can turn off auto and go through all the settings to get to specific measurements, but it measures about anything that a ham's going to want to measure, I think. And got it on sale yesterday for $36.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I like the Kaiweets meters. That's what I have. Mine is not the smart one. Mine, you have to set it between voltage and resistance and what have you, and you have to go between DC and AC for voltage. But it is auto ranging, and it is true RMS, and it has a lot of other bells and whistles on it, and it works. And it works every time. And I had a different one that was a different brand, and it was slow. You would put the probes on something, and it would take it a while to come up with a reading. The Kaiweets is so much faster and works so much better. So I think you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, it works great. It's got a color LED screen, very, very bright, vibrant. You can read it in the sun. Works great. The auto part, the auto function selection, is kind of slow. So it takes a second to figure out what it's supposed to be measuring. But if you turn that off and you just go into the manual settings, works great, just quick as can be. Only gripe is that the leads plug into the bottom of it, not the face of it. So you can't really kickstand it up very efficiently, but minor, right? It'll sit on the table just fine. That's all I got, Wes. Thanks for running the net tonight. 73 W0ZAC.
All right, Zach, enjoy your new toy. And I appreciate you checking in tonight. So say 73 and move down to KE0ZXL. Miles, how are you doing tonight?
Kilo Echo Zero Zulu X-Ray Lima. We're doing pretty good tonight. Nothing to complain about. Little arthritis, but hey, that's normal at this age. But other than that, don't know anything.
All right, well, And I'll tell you, with the weather like this, arthritis is going to be firing up, that's for sure. And so, but appreciate you checking in tonight, and hopefully we'll see you at the meeting on Saturday. So, I'll say 73 to you and move on down to WE0V. Elaine, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Got some high winds here, so I probably should make it short and sweet so I can disconnect. Last time I talked to you was in Secaucus on a mobile. I had a Kenwood TS2000. I had switched out for another Kenwood TS2000. She's not hitting the Monette repeater or the Fairland. So it's got issues. So if anybody out there that works on Kenwood or knows anybody, I'm in the market to get mine repaired. So they can email me at WE0V, all lowercase, 87@gmail.com. And I think I just heard lightning, so I'm going to say 73 and disconnect. Thanks for doing the net, Wes.
All right, 73 Elaine, and get this shut down. So we'll catch you next week, I hope. Well, this is AE0OC. We're at the bottom of the list. Do I have any further check-ins for the OARSnet?
This is November 0 Oscar Charlie Whiskey N0 OCW Richard in Springfield.
All right, N0 OCW. Richard, how are you tonight?
We're doing okay. Just kind of enjoying the weather and just kind of relaxing a little bit. Not a whole lot going on in the big city of Springfield.
Well, that's the way it always is in the big city of Miller, so. But in any case, relaxing is a good thing. Hopefully the storms will all just turn into some nice gentle rain before it makes it our way.
Yeah, I would like to see some gentle rain that would green everything up, and the way they're talking about the weather, it's probably going to do that here for the next few days. So I will turn it back over to net control. 73's N0 OCW.
All right, Richard, appreciate you checking in tonight. And let's see, 73, and we're at the bottom of the list. Do I have any further check-ins for the OARSnet?
Recheck.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Hi, Wes. This is Marvin, N0MLP. I just wanted to let you know there's a pretty good storm system that just sort of popped up here, out toward the west there and kind of northwest of Miller. But there's a pretty good shelf cloud that's wrapping around down sort of by Miller, too. And I've got crazy lightning going on up here. I'm about South Greenfield at the moment, so just thought I'd let you know I'm trying to rush home so I can disconnect some antennas.
All right. Yeah, I went ahead and disconnected my HF before the net when I started hearing some lightning. But after the net, I will probably be disconnecting the other one, too. It doesn't take but a second, and it sure don't hurt anything to do it.
Roger, Roger. I just thought I'd let you know there's some pretty nasty looking stuff up here, and I was looking at the radar, and it looks pretty mean. So just thought everybody might want to be keeping an eye on the weather.
All right, appreciate it, Marvin. We will do that. So, do I have any further check-ins for the OARSnet?
KQ0Q.
KQ0Q. Lance, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. The 2 meters is running a little better in this storm, so I don't know if it's bouncing off the lightning or what. I know the price stat repeater is a clear signal for me here in Springfield. But, and I guess the good thing is I've got this in the attic, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you're getting in pretty good for being in the attic. That's not bad from Springfield to the repeater from an attic antenna. And you're coming in pretty good. You got some static, but not too bad at all.
Yep. I don't know. Had it outside for years, and of course this is the GP3, so it's a little shorter. I don't have one of those huge high-pitched roofs that go up 15 feet. Wish I did, but I don't. I can barely stand up right in the center of it. So, but anyway, I'm glad it's up there, and it's working good enough for most purposes. So, anyway, yeah, good net, and I think it's time to disconnect the HF antenna. Of course, it's pretty low to the ground, so I don't know. It's going to hit a lot of other things before it gets to it, but better be safe. So, anyway, like I said, good net. Thanks for working it, and I'll say 7-3. KQ0Q.
All right, Lance, appreciate you checking in tonight. So I'll say 73 to you and throw it out one last time. Any final check-ins for the OARS net?
RWD, Kilo Zero Romeo Whiskey Delta. Finally got to come in. Got a little bit of wind coming up, but not hardly anything to move it. And so I think probably will have no rain. It'll just probably bypass me. I think that might be a good thing.
Yeah, I know the rain is good, but the lightning and the storms isn't necessarily. But hopefully you'll get the rain without the storms that come with it. That's what I'm hoping for, but it doesn't look like that's the way it's going to turn out.
Well, that's the main thing. I'd always take those HF coaxes off and just hope for a better day, I guess.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't hurt anything to disconnect. It's not hurt a thing, and it might save your radio. So, well, Ron, appreciate you checking in. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday. So, I'll say 73, and we will throw it out one more time. Any final check-ins for the OARS net? Last call for check-ins. This is AE0OC. If you want to get on the OARS net, call now. All right, folks, we're going to call that a net. A total of 19 check-ins, including myself. A real good net. And really enjoyed having everybody on there. So appreciate all of you. I'm going to say 73 to everybody and return the repeater to normal operations.